Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to show you guys how to create a table like this. So by the end of this tutorial you will know how to create something like that with just HTML and CSS. So I'm excited to show you guys. Before we get into it, just make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell, so you won't have to miss the next video that I'm posting. And with that being said, let's get into the video. As you can see, I have my HTML file open up here. I also have my CSS file, which is empty at the moment. I have linked my CSS file to my HTML. If you don't know how to do that by now, then I did a video about this before, so I will leave the link in the description, or you can just check on top of your on the top left corner there, top right corner, it's popping up, so you can just click on that. But yeah, let's get into today's video. So to get started, I want to create a div with a wrapper name as wrapper, with a class name of wrapper. And then the reason I like to create the div first is just in case you ended up like having multiple tables on your website, then you can at least call them like individually. So I always prefer to create a div first, and then after that you can come to a table tag, and a table tag. Inside of this table tag we call a table row, which is table header. The first one, if you look into our final project, the first row there is number, and then our second row is client name, and then our third row there we have project type, and then in our final and fourth and final row we have our amount. To see that, just refresh, you can see that got a row. So we move on to the next. Outside of this table row we create a new table row, and then in this table row let's just give it, we come table td, which is table data, or table data, however you want to pronounce it. And then you already know the first row here we have the number, so in the first one we got to 1, and then in the second one, table data, we have the project name, the client name. This is let's say my Rosie tours and Safari. And then in the third row there, table data, we have the project type, which is basic website. And then the fourth and final td, we have the amount, which was in this case 5,500. So refresh, then you can see first row here is for my Rosie. And then we move on to the next one. You can create a table row down here and then do the same thing, or you can just copy this. If you want to go fast, you can just copy it and paste it, and then edit this to put 2. The second one here we have beer. The second one here we have beer travel agency, and then this was an advanced website, and then the amount we have 8 grand. Then you refresh, then see the second one there. Then you do the same thing again, copy this and just paste it down here, then edit. This is 3. This is the client name was Putty 42s, and Safari was an advanced website which was 9 grand. Yeah, just amounts. It's not just amounts, don't mean they are the right price that I charge them for, just the amount for the tutorial. And then we go on to the next one, which is 4th, which was Razor Engineering Services CC. It was an advanced website, and they gave me like 9. Let's make it 9 grand. Again, just random amounts, and then you come to the final one, the 5th and final one, which was Marvel Kilimanjaro was an e-commerce website. Which was 15 grand. And then you refresh. As you can see, we have our table here. And then the last thing we wanna do is add a caption to it. So we come down here, add a caption, a list of my clients. You come down here, refresh. As you can see, the caption is there. So I'll show you all random on HTML. So let's add our styling to our table. Come here, the first thing we want to do is reset everything to 0, which is margin 0, padding 0, border 0, and then we want to call our div, which is the wrapper div. We want to give it a width of, let's say, 80%. We want to give it a margin of 0 pixel outer, since we want to center it. And then that's all we want to do. And now we want to call our table. We can either call it as a table or edit. If you like, in this case you only got one table in our file, you can call it as table, and then call it, but I prefer calling it with a div name and then table. So we want to set the margin to 0 pixel outer, and then we want to give it a width of, let's say, 90%. Come down here and then refresh. As you can see, it's now centered. So let's just move our div, give it a margin top. Let's give it a 5% margin top. Refresh. As you can see, it's now moved down here. So we move on to the next thing. The next thing that we want to touch, it's come to our HTML here. What I want to do is just add a class to all our TL. Call this Marozi, and then I'll give it a class name. Call this beer. Give it a class name. Let's give it to Putty, and then a class name class name, let's make it eraser, and then a class name, let's call it marble. They're all different, therefore, so we give each a class name. We haven't touched anything on our table header here, so let's come to back to our CSS. Then we call our repo table th, which is the table header. We want to give it a padding of 20 pixels, and then we want to give it a background color of this blue here, 238A1F3. Then you come in here, refresh. As you can see, it's now looking like this. So let's just change the font size of this. Come in here, let's come to our whole wrapper. Let's give it a font family. We want to use Arial on everything, and then in our table header we want the font, we want the color, we want to change the color to white, make it white, and then refresh. As you can see, it's now looking like this. So we move on to this, to our table data. We also, before we do that, let's just align these, since you can see they are now centered, but we want them on the left here. And to do that, we come into our table header, and then text align. We want them on the left. And then we refresh. As you can see, they are now on your left. So we come to our table data, which is like wrapper, table td, which is table data. We want to give it a padding of 20 pixels as well. We want to give it a padding of 20 pixels. Then you come down here, then as you can see, you got your paddings. Now we want to give this first one a background color of, let's say, light gray, and then this one a background color of sky blue, different colors. So to do that, we come here, we already know the first class, our first class, we gave it the class of Marosi. So Marosi, we want to give it a background color of gray. We will refresh. As you can see, it's now light gray. Then give this one sky blue, and then see on to the next one. So we come to the second one is beer, the class name of beer. So we give it a background of sky blue. Then refresh, and then you do the same thing, light gray, sky, light gray. So putty, if you want to do fast, you can just copy this, and then paste it, and then rename this to putty. You already know you got a class name of putty. So you can see, and then eraser, it's dark blue, and then marble, you already know marble also is light gray, marble, and then you know razor, then you got a class name of razor, which is sky blue. So you can see you are now have your table. So they just change the font size of our title here, and to do that we come into table, come to webber table, caption, we want the font size to 30 pixel, we want the color to black, and then we want the text shadow, we want it 1 pixel, 1 pixel, 1 pixel orange. You can see it's looking like that. And then we want to put the margin at the bottom, we want it 20 pixel, and then we want the font weight to be bold, so we use 800. You can see it's looking like that. So yeah, you got yourself a perfect table. So yeah, that's how you create the awesome table with just HTML and CSS. Make sure you leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and if you're new, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't have to miss the next video that I'm uploading. So that's it, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys in the next video.